Hey guys, it's Nitron back again, and we have gotten our hands on a High Seas case. We have our cool pirate crew from the Buy Box promos, the full set, and I thought we would just throw them behind and get cracking. So there's not really going to be a like professional editing type thing for this. There may be background noise. We are in Florida, so it's rainy today, kind of on theme, I guess. So there may be thunder, there may be downpour out of nowhere. Who knows? So keep that in mind. But we are going to go for a full opening of the full case. We'll save the 4 treasure packs for last, and we'll see. Let's get it going then. So let me get these out to the back. Let me slide this case. We'll set up our pirate crew. We'll set them down here actually so we can see them. And I thought that we would just have some nice piratey ambience in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. I made it a bit lower volume to make sure there's no drowning out my voice, but I'm pretty close up to the mic, so let us get going. So we have, see what art we got for the boxes. I don't know how they split it, but we have a, what's her name, Puffin, my girl Marlin. I might say that one for last if it's the only one. It looks like it is the only one because it looks like we're getting a ton of Puffin. No gravy bones in sight, which I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign because I'm not interested in Puffin stuff. I am all in on the Marlin stuff. So we're looking for our harpoons, and we're looking for our Conquerors of the High Seas, and we're looking for our Sea Lace Saron. So we will find out what happens. So I'm going to leave this one for last, our Marlin box, and let's just get going on. I'll set these other ones aside, and let's get going with Puffin. So first box of High Seas ever. No pre-releases well, there was one pre-release in my area, but it was a bit far out, so I am going to my main LGS tomorrow for my first one. And there is our shiny pack that we'll set aside. But let's just get cracking. I'm trying to have a bit of organization, so maybe a little bit more time to get through these packs, but the idea is that I'm just going to start going through them pretty fast. So I'll try to look at some cards if they come up, but most people I've seen the cards that are into this, like watching videos, just want to see the hits. So we will go on our first pack. Pill for the Wreck, a Redfin Harpoon, and a foil calling the big guns. That's a nice one. That goes into one of my lists, so or potentially one of the lists. I think I've run the blue one, but that's cool. So, and then just a Marlin. The cool thing is that they did change the instead of them being majestics for the adults, they're now tokens. So hopefully we hit our Marlin token for the adult, because that will just eliminate the need to be asking around for one from people. But that is our first pack. Let me just set things aside. Might be better just to sort this out later. But yeah, maybe we'll just sort it out later. It'll be a bit easier to do it later. I'll just separate out the foils and rares and tokens, and then obviously majestics and anything else shiny we get to. So I'll have a huge sorting time later and get everything going. So next pack, just keep it going, keep it rolling. Headshot, nice reprint in the set. Sikkim Shot as well. We got a Red Fire in the Hole, a Tit for Tat. I've not even saw this card. I didn't even know there was a card in the set. And foil, Tough Old Wrench. Ooh, and look, we have our first expansion slot, Surface Shaking, Guardian Aura. This one is an interesting one for sure. Definitely going to have some use. There's that new Guardian coming, so that's going to be interesting how it works out with the Guardian Mastery Pack. But it does seem pretty scary for Guardian, so that's a cool one to hit. I'm not a Guardian main. I don't play Guardian yet, so might be some good trade bait, but that is our first expansion slot, so that's cool. Alrighty, let's get these separated out for the rares and foil, and keep on going. And I didn't realize that the expansion slot actually takes place of a token, which is interesting. We do have the paper packs in my area, so this should be the, Belgium print, if I'm not mistaken. Or if it's not in Belgium, then it's somewhere else, so that's cool. Cutty Shark, that's neat. Scar for a Scar, cool reprint. Lost in Transit, Cloud City Steamboat, and a foil Golden Tipple. Interesting. They do the split ones that you can, I'll just show you because I don't really care. You can perforate and cut them in half and have small tokens, which is neat. So yeah. Golden Tipple foil's not bad. It's a playable card for sure. Testing it out in a Marlin build, so we'll see how that goes. But beyond that, oh, so they're calling tokens basics now, unless that was always the thing they did. I may or may not have that knowledge. I'm not a beginning of the game player, so I know that at one point they were like commons. They were all common for the tokens, which was interesting. All right. Blue Headshot, Burly Bones, Swiftwater Sloop. This is a great card in Draft and Limited if you find one. It just does generic stuff well. You don't need to build into it. The NIMBY stuff is cool too, but I don't know how that's really going to play out in Constructed. Lubricate, Monkey Powder, and a Strike Gold. And there is a Yun Puffin. So, nothing too crazy yet. The expansion slot was neat, but I want to see a Conqueror of the High Seas. Let's see if we can get as many Conquerors as we can find, obviously, because they're amazing card, but Calling a Big Guns, Walk the Plank, Headstone, Drop the Ink. Ooh, Return Fire. That is a card that I want to see. Return Fire is probably, well, I talked about it in my Marlin video, but it is the best Ranger card, I believe, in this set. And it just is insane for what it's offering. So it blocks for 4. It's a block, it's not a defense reaction, so there's a debate with how good those are, but blocking for 4 is all you could ask for. And then when you defend with it, you banish an arrow from hand, and then at the start of your next turn, put it face up in your arsenal and give it +3 attack. That is an amazing effect, and we love to have that. So that is a great pull, and I'm very happy so far with how this box is going. If we see a Command and, or not Command and Conquer, a Conqueror of the High Seas, and this box was all I could ask for. But that is, and then we got a foil on the horizon. So that was an awesome pack there. So let me get this separated, and let's keep going. All right, Salvage Shot. This was a card that I, in my video, forgot about for an arrow. It's a decent blue arrow for, like, having the mana and stuff. I don't know if it's going to make it into builds, but we'll have to see. But Rusty Harpoon, probably definitely not. Ravenous Rabble, awesome reprint. This is an amazing card for red line decks. Just hits for 4 usually, and go again, which is all I could ask for. Chart of Course, Light Fingers, Shifting. Ooh! This is another one we want to see. The Big Game Trophy Shot. This is a huge card for the Ranger, giving a buff for 4 attack. And then if you're playing the Harpoon build, you also get a on-hit effect for creating a gold. And then it draws you, discards you, which activates Marlin's ability. It is an amazing card, and that is another great hit out of here. This is a Marlin box all through, and wow, I was about to just fly through the tokens, but we got an Arcane Compliance. This card is a huge debate. This is an expansion slot card, and it's a debate between whether or not it's just better to pitch to Arcane Barrier 3 or play the card. I guess it's going to be dependent on what you're playing against and who you're like fighting against with what they're like, how big they buff their things. Because if they're doing like a massive amp turn and stuff, this would just be better because it just turns off all of their amp. So we'll have to see how it goes, but it is definitely going to be a highly contested card, a very highly wanted card, and that was an amazing pack. Holy, a Big Game and Arcane Compliance. Gravy Bones, and a foil Cloud Skiff. So we haven't seen an adult hero yet, but I'm sure one is coming up at some point. I don't know how rare they are too. They might be harder to find, because apparently it seemed like people were opening like only one a case, which is kind of crazy if that's like still how rare adult heroes are. I don't think that's true, but we'll have to find out, I guess. Angry Bones, Nimby, Azuro Keys, Go for the Wreck, Jack Be Quick, foil Red Swiftwater Sloop, and tokens. Alrighty, so let's keep on going. Keep up the pace. Man, a Conqueror of the High Seas would make this an amazing box for me. That's like 3 big hits that I want to see out of one box. Barnacle. Barnacle's interesting. He's just big stats for 2. I didn't explore as much the Gravy Bones stuff, but it is interesting to see what people are going to do with it. This one's another great card in Limited. It's essentially like, I mean, it's like the whole kind of like thing people were talking about with heavy hitters, the 3 for 7s. Obviously it's 4, but if you're playing enough blues, good card. Crash Down the Gates, Zeppelin, Swindler's Grift foil, and just a young Marlin. So I think that if you get the hero, it's like double-sided too, so you get both the young and adult on the same card, which is kind of cool if you wanted to like swap through and do both versions of builds for like a Blitz version or Project Blue, which is big, or not big, but hopefully big. It seems cool. I just redid my old Dromai red line list for it, so excited to try some of that, because I know we have one at a card shop locally that does Project Blue now, so that's pretty cool. Glidewell Fins, HMS Kraken, Money or Your Life, and wow, that is cool. Oh, and I think I got, is this gonna be, no, I thought it was gonna be guaranteed if you got Sticky Fingers, you got Scurv, but not, no. But we got a foil Return Fire. That is awesome. This, I'm on one box, and I have my set almost, so that's amazing. So, but yeah, I thought that the sticky fingers would come with Scurv, but not. But yeah, it's a cool, that was a really cool thing that they kept hidden for the premiere. And it's definitely something to watch out for in your limited events, because he is no joke. If you get his support stuff, steal some gold, he's a nasty threat to deal with. Let's continue on. Have an amazing box so far. All of my Majestics have been what I want to see. So, and then here's a Savage Shot. So, it's 1 for 3. It also blocks for 3 if you are on your off turns, defensive turns. Have to see how it's going to play out. It's weird. I'm exploring how the Red Spine build's going to go. My video that I just posted covers it. But I think it's a still good work in progress, and we don't know what's going to happen with it. Yellowfin Harpoon, that's neat, and a foil blue Nimby. Interesting. Alrighty, let's keep on going. I feel like I keep saying that, but we got 3 more boxes to get through. Barnacle. Headshot Red, Sirens of Safe Harbor, Quick Clicks, Washed Up Wave, Sinker, Paddle Faster, and Mutiny on Nimbus Sovereign. Another Young Gravy. I have not come across an adult yet. We'll have to see how that goes. Let's keep going. And ooh, Hammerhead, that's a neat token, so maybe there's a chance. We have the adult on the other side. Chowda. Gold Sale, Captains. Portside Exchange. I don't think I've seen a Portside Exchange yet, so that's neat. Decent card. Fiddler's Green and a foil. Oh, look at that. I was excited about the foil bluefin for my build, but we hit a Marvel Oystern. This one, I think, is going to make it into most lists. Let me get a sleeve for that guy. I think that most Gravy Bones are going to want him simply because he is a threat that if he gets left around, he's not like threatening like, oh, I have to get rid of this immediately. But you don't want to kill him because gold is good and Gravy loves gold. But if you also leave him around, it's hitting you for 3 every turn if they have nothing else to do. And then if they're giving their things go again, it just keeps on hitting you. And we saw in the Armory Decks face-off that this guy just got the punch, and that pretty much lost the guy of the game who was on max. So we'll have to see, but that is definitely not a bad hit. We will put this, let's see if we can get him over here with his crew. He slid, but he's a double sleeved, so he should be fine. We'll throw him right there. And that is a Marvel hit, so that's neat. I think that that's a better one of the ones. I don't know what the best Marvel ally to hit is, but I think that we got a decent one there for sure. Let me make sure I didn't miss any rares. And now that we got the Oystern going, we'll keep on going. Maybe I'll put him up further actually to get some better view on him. There we go. Get our crew smushed back up. All right. Yeah, get a better look at him. Tingling Shot, Restless Bones, Bandana, Scrub the Deck, Saltwater Swell, Foil Angry Bones, and wow! This is a box. Holy! There is my gold baited hook. Legendary. A legendary and a Marvel in a box. Damn. This is going just how I wanted it to, even though I didn't have any like exact expectations going into this. But wow, there is my gold baited hook. Damn. This is going great. And let's just keep up the steam, see if we can hit. Wow, dude, a Command and Conqueror of the High Seas at this point would just be insane for out of one box. And we still have 3 more boxes. That means we probably don't have... I mean, I wouldn't say we don't. I'll never say we don't. I wouldn't say we don't have any crazy hits, but I feel like that was like the starter box that gave us everything out of this case. So we'll have to see if there's something else, because that would be insane if there was something else still. A Limpet, foil Walk the Plank, Yon Puffin again. But wow, holy, this is a box. Of course I ripped that terribly. All right. Calling the big guns. Cloud City Steamboat, Hook, foil Cloud City Steamboat, and weapons. Alrighty. I don't know how far into this box we are. I haven't been keeping track of the count, but let's just keep going. Shelly. Blue calling big guns, that goes in the deck. Money of Your Life, Jittery Bones, Yon and Gravy Bones again. Chowder. Oh, there we go. That's a Scurv. He's a rare. I didn't even realize he was a rare. So that's probably why he's hard to find. And then a Cog in the Machine. This is definitely a cool card. I feel like most of the Majestics go into the list for Puffin. But I don't know if there's some things that you don't need, but that is a cool Scurv. I know that if you pull these, you want to keep these. Don't just give them away. Don't throw them in your bulk pile, because I think they're still going to be worth a little bit. I think he's legal in Blitz always, so if you're playing Blitz, you can build a list for him. So definitely don't throw him away if you get him. And definitely if you're drafting, do not pass him in draft, because someone will pivot to play him for certainty. Alrighty, so I don't know what our Majestic count is. I haven't been keeping track of that either. I'm just opening for fun and getting my Marlin cards. Copper Cog, unlimited copies, Seafloor Savage. That's a good tech card for Gravy, because you get to turn his allies face down and get gold, so just good tech card. Divvy Up in foil, and just Yon Marlin. We need our adult somewhere she is. Alrighty, we have, just take them out of this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs left. On box 1. Can you imagine that? This is box 1 and we've already had a Marvel and a Legendary. Line, I think we got, I don't know if we got Sinker yet, but I know we got Hook, and so we almost got the funny set of those. A Gold Hunter Light Sail, not a bad card, especially in limited. Young Gravy Bones again. So still no signs of the adults. We'll have to see if the theories are true. I'll help provide as much info as I can, seeing that I'm a case opening, and that seems to be where the questions are, if it's one a case or not. Pegleg, Fiddler's Green. Oh! Wow, okay. Well, that is a amulet. This one is untap a permanent. This is actually, now that I have it, can go into my list because we can untap our bow to keep on doing arrows. So maybe this is one that makes it in, but that is a nice pull. I got a amulet, so wow, this box has been nutty. First box, I didn't think I would be this crazy with the first High Seas box, but here we are. 5 packs left. Let's get it. Or 4 packs left, sorry. I'm so excited I'm losing count of the actual count now. Sick'em Shot. Flying High. Not So Fast. Nice. That's a Scurv. I wonder, wow, if someone got that with Scurv in their packs for sealed, that would be crazy, because you just get your nasty ass card. And here's Marlin, still young. But yeah, that's interesting. So there could have been a chance with this box, had it been used for pre-release sealed, that someone got their specialty, which is pretty crazy. Cutty Shark. HMS Marlin, Pinion Sentry, Clapham Irons. Alrighty. Headshot. Hoist 'em Up. HMS Barracuda, Teeth of the Cog. Swabby, that's a new one. A big ol' beater. One of Your Life, a Restless Bones, a Sticky Fingers again. So I guess Sticky Fingers is more common for sure between them. I guess, which is nice because you don't want both of them to be rare or hard to find. So that is box 1. We hit our Oystern, our gold baited hook, 2 return fires, 1 foil, 2 expansion slots, arcane and surface, big game trophy shot, and cog in the machine. So wow, that is a first box. Let's keep it going. So second puffin box of our 3 puffins. I forgot we even have the treasure packs. Imagine if we get like a signed treasure. That would be absolutely wild for this case. I highly doubt it would happen, but if it happens, it'll be on camera. So that's the second one. We'll put that over there and get going. Teeth of the Cog, Cutty Shark. Scrub the Decks, Saltwater Swell, Swindler's Grift. Lots of Treasure Island double-sided, which I guess they're not giving. I guess no. I thought the pre-release kit gives you like the. Maybe that was the just the Premier. I thought there was like a kit though that gives you a foily one or something, but I guess I'll find out tomorrow. If you guys aren't sure about going to a pre-release, I would highly recommend it. Apparently this set is the best limited set yet, and it's Pirates, so what could you not like about Pirates? Gold Hunter Catch, that's a new one we haven't seen yet. Alrighty. Thieving Varmints, Cloud City Steamboat, Hook, and a foil Portside Exchange. That's neat. That's neat. And still got Young Heroes. Foil Portside is nice though, for sure. Alrighty. We have not seen a Conqueror of the High Seas yet. We want to see one of them for sure. I know there are cases that have not had a single Conqueror in it, which is crazy. Cogwork Zeppelin. I don't think we've seen that one yet either. Money of Your Life. Foil Swiftwater Sloop. And still Young Gravy Bones. No Majestic hit out of this yet. Few packs in. Let's see the Conqueror. Another Scurv, okay. A Line, so I don't think if we hit Sinker, then I missed it. But Sinker, I think, is the last one we get for that funny play set. So another Scurv. Glad to see more of him. Definitely not a unwelcome sight, even though he stows away in the ships. Copper Cog, Seafloor Salvage, Foil Battalion Bark, and still Young Marlin. Our adult heroes are hiding away. Hiding away somewhere. Savage Shot. Draw back the hammer. That's one we haven't seen yet. At least that I think. Divvy up. Ooh, Bar Barrage. That's a neat one. So this one is another one I'm going after for the side. This is an ally hate card, so if we need it, it lets us pay an extra 3 and shoot something else. So we get to shoot one of his Gravy Bones allies down, or if dragons are coming back, supposedly, we get to shoot down a dragon. So that is a nice first Majestic hit. And wow, look at that too. A foil Everbloom Life Majestic out of the expansion slot. This is a card that led to a ban, and a lot of people are torn on it whether or not it was worth enough for the ban, but I think that it probably was. But that is a nice hit, especially Verdance loves this too. So that is a great hit in foil, especially. So double Majestic pack with an expansion slot, so definitely not a bad pack at all, and the Majestic was one that I needed, so we are still going strong. Dry Powder Shot. Fiddler's Green, Hoist 'em Up, Tough Old Wrench. It seems like the weapon tokens will just be double weapon, double-sided weapons of different types or different heroes, if that's what it's going to be, so it seems like that theory about the adult heroes, this might be a double-sided, but let's not hold up hope. Quick Clicks, Flying High, Not So Fast. A foil blue calling the big guns, hell yeah. And there we go. So that is confirmed. Same heroes, young and old, or not old, but adult on both sides, and that is getting set aside because I have not seen more than one so far, and that is the one that I want to see if it's the only one I want to see. The foil calling the big guns is awesome too because that blue one definitely goes straight into my list. And let's keep going. Restless Bones, Barnacle, HMS Barracuda, Chum. Okay, there is a new site. So this is probably one of the better ones. It forces your opponent's attacks into him. If you tap him as an instant, all you have to do is send a ally to the grave, essentially, which is what you kind of want to be doing. So definitely not a bad hit. Foil Fiddler's green and yellow. So there is a Chum for my friend that probably is going gravy. Alrighty, let's keep it up. I guess probably one of the Majestic allies as a Marvel is better, but I still think Oystern is definitely going to be one of the more consistent ones in the lists. We'll have to see though. HMS Marlin, Pinion Sentry, Foiled Chart of Course, and a Deny Redemption expansion slot. This is definitely a neat card. I do play Rune Blades. I don't know if this fits into the Rune Blades that I'm interested in or in the future if they will fit into future ones. But definitely a welcome sight to see. And it's unpreventable arcane damage, so that's pretty damn potent. So, and a cracked bauble. I don't think we've seen a cracked bauble yet, which is funny. Not that, like, you really want to see them, I guess, but... Tough Old Wrench, Rigor Mortis, Shelly, Lost in Transit, Gold Cloud City Steamboat, Throw Caution to the Wind in foil. Alright. My piles are sliding around. Alright. Show me the Conqueror. Burly Bones. Alrighty. Lubricate, Monkey Powder, Mutiny on Nimbus Sovereign. And that's why, okay, so I keep on seeing the one-sided. I guess the gold fins, since you can like hold them in your hand, you add them to your hand, they have a backside, so that's interesting. I was wondering why I was seeing some of those like that. Alrighty. No Conqueror in sight yet. Crash down the gates, board the ship, that's another new one. A foil Sirens of Safe Harbor. Arrows. If you don't know how arrows work, it's nice that they include that. Go for the Wreck. Heave Ho, that's another new one. Teeth of the Coggin foil, and another expansion slot, Signed to Cosmos Shock. So this is an Acilio card, and it's definitely what he wants to be doing, because it's a free shock that blocks for 3, and then you also get another upside to it. So neat card for sure. I have all my lightning cards from Aurora, who's gone sadly now. So maybe there's a chance I start looking into our similarly related friend, Acilio. Because apparently in the lore that he's like her mentor or teacher. Something along those lines. I could be wrong. Shifting Tides, Crash Down the Gates, Foil Draw Back the Hammer. Tough Old Wrench. Shelly. Crash Down the Gates. Scuba, that's a new one. He's a rare, so that's cool. Doggo, and Rally the Coast Guard in foil. So we're getting most of the crew. We've seen most of the crew. I think we're just missing some of the mythic or majestics of the crew still. But we're seeing the Ranger stuff. And actually, we have not seen one of the majestic harpoons yet. So we still have some Ranger stuff we're looking for sure. Cogwork Zeppelin, Saltwater Swell, Foil Jittery Bones, and a wow. Okay. Sus. We are getting a case for sure. I did not even think that was possible. So we now have Miss Kelpie in Marvel as well to join the crew. Start a new stack of the bulk. And wow. That is crazy. I did not even think they could get 2 Marvels in a case, but here we are. Well, there's not much else I can say about that. That's just crazy. Avasti, Drop the Anchor, and a foil golden tipple, which is nice because I want to try that out. Alrighty, so keeping up with the pace. Go for the wreck. Ooh, there we go. Chart the High Seas. So that is a definite play in Gravy Bones. So that's a good card to try to trade off for some of my harpoons I still need to see. So yeah, great card for Gravy Bones. Yep, that's a decent hit. Alrighty. Let me get the few packs left out of the second box. Looks like we have 3 left. And yeah, we'll do something along these lines. All right, get my piles a bit more organized. Bluefin Harpoon, or Redfin, Yellowfin Harpoon, I said both wrong names. Lost in Transit. That's a new one we have not seen yet. Alright, last 2 packs. Swabby. Portside Exchange, Fiddler's Green, and a foil blue Rusty Harpoon. Interesting. Alrighty, last pack. Could the Conquer come down on the last pack? I don't know if we have any Majestics in this box left on average, but we will have to see. Fiddler's Green, Clapham Iron, Swindler's Grift. So it looks like we got our Majestics from that all. Maybe the Marvel replaced it, which is not a thing to be sad or mad about at all. And let us get onto the third box, which I still can't believe I'm saying that after what we've been opening. I've yet to see our Harpoons or a Conquer, so let us do so here. We'll set our third treasure pack aside for the finale, and let's just keep going. Alrighty. Scuba, Cogworks Workshop. That's a mecha card that people want to be playing for that. And another Arcane Compliance. Damn. Almost got the set. That would be a welcome sign to get a set out of a case. Then I don't have to worry about trading around for them, but nice pack there and this nice start. Flying High, Cog in the Machine, so another one for a playset for someone looking. And a foil Surface Shaking, wow. We are getting our Guardian sets there. Alrighty. Let's keep it up. Keep up the pace. Heave Ho, Crash Down the Gates, a foil Bluefin Harpoon, nice. I think that makes 2 out of 3 for our set of those. I start moving, my tokens are taking up too much space. There we go. It's a bit better. Alrighty. Yo Ho Ho, neat. That's not one we've seen yet. Cloud City Steamboat, foil Restless Bones, and another expansion slot, Escalate Bloodshed. This is a card that has someone made a full video on going into all the details. Definitely interesting. It actually doesn't seem as bad as they made it sound. It just really depends on how Warriors are going to want to play it out, but definitely a card to watch out for. It can even like force some damage points to get you the game if someone's low on life, or they just draw a lot, because there are classes that draw a lot. Is this going to be another double-sided Marlin, or is this going to be... Avast-Ye, Drop the Anchor, foil Burly Bones, and actually, yes, it is another one. Neat. So now I have a second one if someone is in need of one locally. So that's neat. Yeah. Chowder. Cogwork Zeppelin, Fire in the Hole, foil Money or Your Life. Alrighty. Foil for the Wreck, Fiddler's Green, foil Siren's a Safe Harbor, and another cracked bubble. I think the Marlin box is holding all my harpoons at this rate. HMS Marlin, Flying High, foil Dry Powder Shot, and still no signs of the other heroes in Adult, which is interesting. Maybe Gravy Bones is only accessible as the Armory deck, but that seems like it wouldn't be correct. But I haven't seen a Puffin Adult either, so we will have to see. Alrighty. Clapham Irons, Jack Be Nimble, foil Teeth of the Cog. Alrighty. Conqueror's coming, I can feel it. It's showing us some still calm waters for the Rise. Not here. The Rise of the Conqueror. It's coming, I can feel it. Mr. Gravy is going to deliver it in this pack. It's even holding it back. Jack Be Quick, Ride of the Coast Guard. Nope. It's teasing me. All right. See if Marlin has a harpoon. A harpoon for me. Sinker. Oh, well, there's our funny set. And another foil Golden Tipple. Nice. I need sort of like a new tokens pile at this rate. It's all sliding all over the place. Alright, so boom. Mr. Gravy, give us the Conqueror. Hook, Lost in Transit, and a foil Nimby. Redfin Harpoon. I don't think we've seen many of those yet. And then a Cogworks Dovetail. This is not a bad one at all. When it hits, you just get all your cogs untapped for more damage. And wow, what the hell? That is a pack. That would have been a Puffin pack if I was going Puffin. That is another one in foil. What are the chances of that? You saw it first here on camera. But, yep, those will definitely be something someone's going after for Puffin, so not terrible whatsoever. I know the other one that's the destroy an equipment or destroy a defending card is going to be much more contested for Puffin players, but both are good. And untapping cogs is no understatement. Sky Skimmer. Murderous Rabble. I don't know if we've seen a Murderous Rabble yet, which is kind of funny. A Money of Your Life and a foil Lubricate. Not bad, not bad. Murderous Rabble is another one I'm messing around with, seeing how it's going to play out. I don't know if it's just better to do more arrows in the red spine version, or more attacks, and then a couple of big arrows. I'll have to see how it plays out. Pill for the wreck. Oh, King Shark Harpoon. Let's go. We need these, because this one is the big scary one. This one is when this harpoon hits, and we're doing it with the cannon build, so we get to choose, and we get rid of an attack action card, which will be something massive. So that is definitely a very welcome sign to see. And now we just need the Marlin box to deliver us even more harpoons, because we need our King Krakens as well still, and we still need our Conqueror. That's going to be one of them that I'm definitely going for, whether it be trades, pre-releases, and so on. Goldwing Turbine in blue foil, so that's interesting. I don't know what their deck makeup's gonna be, so because I haven't looked into Puffin much, but I know I like the idea of like how she plays and stuff. I looked into that, but for terms of like a constructed deck build, less so. All right. HMS Kraken crashed down the gates, meeting on Stillwater. In foil. Alrighty. Let's get these packs out of the box, which we have 6 left. Marlin might want to deliver me a harpoon, unless she's saving them all for the box that she's on. Hoist them up. Saltwater Swell, straight gold in foil. Alrighty. 5 packs left. Puffin on this one. I think our Puffin stuff has all been coming out of non-Puffin packs, though, funnily enough. Limpet, Shifting Tides, and a yellow Swishwater Sloop foil. Alrighty. Gravy Bones. Is the Conqueror coming now? Let's see. Lubricate, board the ship. Oh no, no boarding the Conqueror this time. And a Saltwater Swell in foil as a blue. Alright, another Marlin pack. I actually don't know if we have another Majestic left in this box. I don't keep track really. I'm not keeping track of them really. Kelpie. Monkey Powder foil, not a bad foil to have. Definitely an interesting card. I don't know if it's worth putting in the list, but we'll have to see. Alright, we have a Puffin and a Gravy Bone, so... Paddle Faster, Divvy Up, Swindler's Grift. Still no signs of adults for the other heroes. And Gravy Bones on the last pack. So if there's another Majestic in here, he was saving the Conqueror for last, surely. Tortoiselle, Line, and a Gold Hunter Marauder. That's not the ship we want to see, unfortunately. So no signs of a conquer here. But let us move on to our final box of the case with our girl Marlin. So I'll now set these guys back here. And let's have Marlin deliver us some Harpoon Majestics. Our last treasure pack, so we'll have the 4 treasure packs on that finale. And wow, look at me just destroying my Marlin box. That's amazing. Alrighty, let's get going. Show me the Conqueror, show me the Harpoons. Barracuda, Avasi, Foil Charter Course, and Expansion Slot, Everbloom Live. So almost got a playset for that. For my local Verdance player that hooked me up with the last few Syndra cards I needed beyond Afflict Knives. So those will definitely be first dibs for him if he's interested. But yeah. Not a bad set of cards to have for our local players. We have a few Verdance players, actually. We have like 2 or 3. Crash Down the Gates, Yo Ho Ho, Calling the Big Guns, and do I see some? Oh my god! Wow! How is this possible? That's all I can add. That's all I can say. Like, how? That is another... This is a cracked case. Oh my god. A Shelly. Marvel. Marvel. Wow. That is ludicrous. Well, now I know why I won't have any Conquerors in here if I don't have any Conquerors in here, because it gave me all of the other crazy-ass options. Hook, another Scurv. 3 Scurvs in a case. Not bad, not bad at all. Alrighty. Yeah, this is gonna be a YouTube video for sure. It already was going to be, but after that, the world needs to see how crazy this was. Fiddler's Green, Cogwork Zeppelin, a foil board the ship. Yeah, wow. That is, I'm at a loss for words out of that. That's insane. This has been most definitely my best case ever of Flesh and Blood. I thought I saw another one for a second. It was just a light. I was like, there's no way. There's like literally no way. Divya, Burly Bones. Only one Majestic along with that Marvel. I feel like a Marvel probably takes place of a Majestic if it was, but I could be wrong. We'll have to see. So I am keeping track now because I need to see something Majestic that I need. But we do have, I mean, we can't really complain. I'm definitely not complaining. Seeing a Conquer would be nice at this point, but if I don't see one, I don't think that I went wrong at all with this case. Flying High, Not So Fast, a foil hook, and there's another expansion slot, Undercover Acquisition. This is definitely a scary-ass card, especially siding in against the Pirates, because all of us make gold, and stealing a gold on its own is just decent enough on it as is. And on top of that, there might be items that are very good that people have that they're holding back. So definitely a really good sideboard card, and nice to see too. I thought I saw Adult Puffin there, but it was just a young one again. Alrighty, let's keep it up. I know everyone wants to see those treasure packs. If there was a signed card in here, this would be like the best case in the game probably, because there's like, I don't think how else could you beat that at that point? I don't think you could. Sea Legs, that is an interesting majestic. So it's mainly meant just for discarding it. It is an attack too though. And when you discard it, you get our Gold Kiss Rum. So interesting card. Not sure how it's gonna play out in Classic Constructed, but we'll have to see. There's always a chance. All right. Shelly. Pinion Sentry, Siren Safe Harbor. Still no Adult Gravy Bones. I wonder if that's only in the Armory deck. It kind of, I guess, makes sense if that's the case. But it does kind of suck for people who want to just... I guess if you're going to build Gravy Bones, the Armory deck's like just an easy buy. Like, why would you not get all of your cards in one go and you get a... what is it, Call to the Grave is what it's called, I think. Reprint too. So, yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't just buy the deck then in that case. Redfin Harpoon, Fire in the Hole, Foiled Jittery Bones. Still no Adult Puffin. Alrighty. Lost in Transit, Cloud City Steamboat, Teeth of the Cog, and I thought I saw. I keep seeing like a slight edge of a token and be like, oh, is that the Puffin Adult? But I am baiting myself every time. All right, Marlin, give us a Majestic Harpoon. Go for the wreck. Did I skip past it? Yeah, I did skip past tit for tat. Alrighty. Let's keep it rolling. Gravy Bones. Conqueror's coming here. Oh, there's a Golden Sky Warden. That one is a neat card. It's a good defense card for sure. And yeah, so another Puffin piece for those interested. And then there we go, another Adult Marlin. So I got 3 Adult Marlins out of a case. That's pretty crazy, especially seeing that people are going to want to have Adult Puffins if they don't open them on their own. So the Gravy Bones, not really a big issue. The Armory deck fulfills that, but Puffin and Marlin are ones that people are looking for, so. Go for the wreck, Jack Be Quick for Rusty Harpoon. All right. Monkey Powder, Shifting Tides, and a Foil Sinker. Interesting. So I think we just need a hook and foil, I believe, and then we'd have the set in foil too. So that's neat. Gravy Bones, Conquer coming? Or are we looking for Conquerors elsewhere? Possibly in one of the treasure packs would be amazing. As Kraken, Money Your Life, Gold Hunter Catch, and wow! What in the actual... I don't want to swear, but I feel like I should. What is happening? What is happening? Truly and honestly, that is 2 gold-baited hooks out of a case. And I definitely don't need 2, so it definitely will be easily trade bait. But wow, this is insanity. This is quite literally insanity. This is like the case of all time. I'm not even kidding you. I'm like, that is a case with, okay, let me not be stupid with it, but yeah. Wow. Holy. I would have liked to see that be the Sea Lace Saron, because then I wouldn't have to have a need to try to find it, but I'm not even going to complain. Like, that's just beyond crazy. Cogwar Zeppelin, another foil. I think that's a playset of the foil blue tipples, which is nice. Because I definitely am messing around with them at the very least. Sinker, Paddle Faster, and a foil Chart the High Seas. Damn. Okay. We'll take those. Okay, yeah. Wow. I can't even be a semblance of sad that I didn't see a Conqueror of the High Seas in this case, if there isn't one. Which, you know, at this point, there still could be one. Elephant Harpoon, Goldwing Turbine. I keep seeing things. I'm literally like thinking that I keep getting a adult puffin and then not finding one. All right, Harpoon for Marlin. Let's see. Portside Exchange, and there we go. Marlin delivered a King Kraken Harpoon. Hell yes. We've got one of each of the harpoons now. We still need 2 more of each, but I think we have more than enough stuff to trade away to get to our sets at this point. Let's keep going. Still got some packs left. Keen Shark Harpoon. There we go. This is becoming the case of all time for me. That is our second one, and that's probably one of the more expensive ones of the harpoons, just because it hits basically everyone. All right, so we are down to our last 3 packs. Let's go. Double gravy for the last before we do our treasure packs, and we got a puffin. I don't even know if we have a majestic left, but I guess we'll see. Fiddler's Green, Flying High, Gold Hunter Marauder, and foil. Fiddler's Greens are pretty cool one in Gravy Bones, because if you're discarding stuff and you're discarding those, then it's giving you life gain for the rest of the game, which is nice. Saltwater Swell, Cloud City Steamboat, Foil Battalion Bark. Alrighty. If the Conqueror's coming and we have a Majestic left, it would be this pack. Otherwise, he's holding it out for the version that's in the treasure pack, which would be extremely crazy. Alright. Limpet, Cogwork Zeppelin, and a foil Yellowfin. Ooh! But this is one that I completely forgot about opening this. And it's one that I need because I'm playing Syndra. So this is an amazing card for Syndra to bring in, to have in the side. And yeah, so that's an awesome hit. I did not even remember that because of all the craziness going on. But yeah, that's awesome. An awesome expansion slot. And a foil Yellowfin, which is amazing for my build that I'm working towards. So not at all a last bad pack. But we're not on the last packs yet because we have 4... I had them upside down. We have 4 treasure packs, and the storms are raging, and we will see if there's something absolutely wild here. So let us start with, let's just go off the top, I guess. So, yeah, this is the time where it's gonna be either extremely crazy or whatever. But let's see. And the storm is raging, so maybe there's a chance there's a conquer here. So I think it goes, there's a golden cog, that's neat. Definitely will be something I'll trade for to try to get a harpoon. And our first one is Swindler's Grift. Okay, so nothing too crazy out of the first one, but we have 3 more chances for something. So let's go on our second one. Alrighty. We've got a gold, so nice to have that. I want to have a gold. And we got Pilfer the Wreck. So second miss, but still not a miss on this case, so can't complain still. 2 more chances. Let us go again. Alright, our token, another gold, neat, people will want that. And we've got a yellow Pilfer the Wreck. So 1 more chance for something crazy. Can we get a Sealay Saron? Extended art would be absolutely fantastic and be the best case I could ask for. Could we get a signed treasure? Or can we get a Conqueror of the High Seas? Let us find out on this last one. We've got another golden cog. People will want those. And for final card, we got a Saltwater Swell. Not a terrible option to hit, but nothing absolutely crazy. But that is the case. I guess I'll go through really quickly one more time. We've got 2 gold baited hooks, and we've got 3 marvels, as my other crewmates fall over in astonishment. We've got Oystern, Kelpie, and Shelly. So that is my first case of High Seas. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you guys in the High Seas.